you again for all your comments. And one comment stood out. I was talking to somebody yesterday about Graham Norton, and he must be the only person who has license to say on the BBC. I tend to say which is quite rude in Turkish, but I suppose one day I will get out of it. But these days, maybe at the moment, I think the priority is simply to keep going. And I've been recovering from a really heavy cold. I was in London yesterday, and I feel so tired. But anyway, I was intrigued by comments about my small piece about Russell Brand and his promotion of the rosary. And someone has said that they don't think I'm right in attributing both the Catholic rosary and the Orthodox rosary to the Middle Ages. You could be correct. It's possible. There you are. There's none. It's possible that the Orthodox rosary, the prayer rope, the black woolen prayer rope that you sometimes see monks holding, may have links to the Arabic tasbih, to the worry beads, which have the same purpose, that you hold them in one hand and you flick through them, and on each bead you're saying glory be to God, glory be to God. It's the same idea of using a prayer rope, which may go back. The Orthodox would say it goes back to St. Pachomius, which takes it back to the 4th century, as an aid for illiterate monks to have this prayer life that takes up the whole day, because of the injunction of St. Paul in 1 Thessalonians 5:17 to pray without ceasing. And this eventually becomes the Jesus prayer, very much under the influence of people like Gregory Palamas. But the 100-knot prayer rope that you would often see with Orthodox monks, or the 33-knot prayer rope that sometimes people wear around their hands, I think that has a much later origin, and the Komboskini, the Komboloi, the Chotki. This is something I would suggest that is much later in origin, but it is about the concept of taking a belief and turning it into a practice, a way of life. And the prayer, the Jesus prayer, or the Kyrie eleison, is a breath prayer that turns the act of breathing into an act of prayer. So it is literally taking up that theology of divinization, and it's an interesting concept, I think, whether you find it in Orthodoxy, in Catholicism, or in Islam, or even in Buddhism. Together with the bows, the protestations, the gestures, which turn which, as I say, turn this belief into a ritual and a celebration of faith. I'm not so sure that whether I entirely approve of the Madonna thing of wearing rosaries round the neck as part of a theatrical decoration. I think that's perhaps a different concept, and perhaps I wouldn't say it's sacrilegious. Anything is anything that draws attention to the other must be must be good in this self-obsessed world. Um, the Mount Athos is this extraordinary mountain in the north of Greece, which is full of monasteries and only monasteries. Um, and there's a little booklet called Agoritiki Martyria, and it's got a very good direction about how to use the prayer rope. Either praying, either praying the Jesus prayer or praying a prayer directed to the Virgin Mary. Um, and 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 the cult of the Virgin Mary really comes from Luke's Gospel and the prayer of the Virgin Mary. I should be called blessed, and indeed that's the idea of the Theotokos, the Mother of God. Blessed art thou among women, and so I think I think it's a moment of prayers, a moment of pause in a busy world, and that cannot be a bad thing.